Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about something that so many people deal with on a daily basis but rarely talk about openly: bloating. That uncomfortable, tight, sometimes even painful feeling in your abdomen that makes you feel like you've swallowed a balloon. And the most common advice out there: cut out gluten, cut out dairy, cut out this, eliminate that. But here's the thing: what if you don't have to cut out everything to feel better? Let me tell you something first. Bloating is not a disease. It's a symptom. And understanding what's actually causing it in your specific body is the key to fixing it without turning your diet into a list of restrictions. In a study published in the journal Neurogastroenterology and Motility *, researchers found that bloating is one of the most commonly reported gastrointestinal complaints among young adults. And interestingly, it doesn't always correlate with the amount of gas actually present in the gut. That's huge, because it tells us that bloating is not just about what you eat. It's also about how your gut perceives and processes what's happening inside it. Think of your digestive system like a city's traffic infrastructure. Gas is always moving through. That's completely normal. But sometimes there are traffic jams. The roads are there, the cars are there, but something disrupts the flow. It could be the speed of transit, the sensitivity of the sensors, or, yes, sometimes the volume of cars. Our job is to figure out where the jam is, not just shut down the entire city. So where do most of these jams come from? Research consistently points to a few key culprits. One of the biggest ones is something called dysbiosis, an imbalance in the gut microbiome. A study conducted at Stanford University found that people who consumed a high-fermented food diet over just 10 weeks showed a significant increase in microbiome diversity and a decrease in inflammatory markers. The participants didn't eliminate anything. They added things: yogurt, kefir, kimchi, sauerkraut, kombucha, and their guts responded. Now, I'm not saying fermented foods are a magic cure, but this research highlights something really important. Before we start removing foods, we should ask ourselves whether we're giving the gut what it needs to thrive. Your microbiome is like a garden. If the soil is poor, the plants struggle. You don't fix a dying garden by pulling out all the plants. You enrich the soil first. Another major contributor to bloating that doesn't get nearly enough attention is eating behavior. Yep. Lan ara. Taura malara. Gay. The speed at which we eat has a direct impact on how much air we swallow and how efficiently our digestive enzymes work. When you eat fast, you swallow more air. That air ends up in your gut, and it sits there. A clinical review published in Alimentary Pharmacology and Therapeutics highlighted that simple behavioral changes, slowing down at meals, chewing thoroughly, not talking excessively while eating, led to measurable reductions in bloating symptoms in patients with functional gastrointestinal disorders. This is something I find incredibly fascinating. We spend so much time obsessing over what we eat, and sometimes the how is just as important. Let's talk about fiber, because this is where a lot of people get confused. Fiber is essential for gut health. Full stop. But not all fiber behaves the same way. There's soluble fiber, which dissolves in water and slows digestion. Think oats, apples, flax seeds. And there's insoluble fiber, which adds bulk and speeds things up, found in wheat bran, vegetables, whole grains. Specifically, the differential effects of fiber types on gut fermentation. L. Allen Michter. And what researchers found is that suddenly increasing fiber intake, especially insoluble fiber, can temporarily worsen bloating as the microbiome adjusts. The key word there is temporarily. So instead of cutting fiber out entirely when bloating flares up, the smarter approach is to increase it slowly and consistently, giving your gut bacteria time to adapt. Think of it like training for a marathon. You don't run 20 miles on your first day. You build up gradually. Now here's where things get really interesting. Yup. Lanara, tr malara, gre. One of the most underestimated factors in bloating among young adults is chronic low-grade stress. The gut-brain axis, the communication highway between your nervous system and your digestive tract, is extraordinarily sensitive. When you're stressed, your gut motility changes. The muscles that push food through your intestines may contract differently, gas may not move as efficiently, and your visceral sensitivity increases, meaning you feel even small amounts of gas much more intensely. A landmark study in gastroenterology demonstrated that gut-directed hypnotherapy, which sounds unusual, I know, significantly reduced bloating and abdominal discomfort in patients with irritable bowel syndrome, purely by addressing the nervous system component. I'm not telling you to go to a hypnotherapist, but I am telling you that if you're eating clean, exercising, avoiding all the bad foods, and still bloating, stress and your nervous system deserve serious attention. So what's the practical takeaway here? Instead of elimination, think optimization. Eat slower, chew more. Add fermented foods gradually. Increase fiber in small increments. Manage stress with whatever tools work for you, whether that's breath work, walking, therapy, or just better sleep. Drink water consistently throughout the day, because dehydration slows gut motility and contributes to that heavy, bloated feeling. But for the vast majority of people dealing with everyday bloating, the answer is not to fear food. It's to understand your gut, work with it, and build the conditions where it can actually do its job. Your digestive system is remarkably capable. It just needs the right environment to thrive. That's it for today. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one.